Hey there, it's Amanda. Welcome to another episode of Founder Files. Today, I'm going to be making some cocktails with Harper Fendler, our new resident cocktail expert. Then I'm going to be hanging out with 3 community members who are coming to visit. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to be with the Butcher Girls making some Spatchcocks grilled chicken. So I hope you'll hang out with me. It's going to be a fun day. I guess I'm going to have to abandon my coffee for some cocktails. Look at how beautifully sliced these limes are.
Right? Isn't that pretty?
I was just saying, I love how they're all like so nicely sliced and then like lined up.
I like to have everything in its place when you're setting up. Yeah, and then you get to crush all of them and just make them ugly afterwards. But in the meantime, they might as well be pretty. So, yeah.
Would you mind just telling us about your show that you're doing with us and your series, and then also what we're going to be doing today?
Yeah, the series just started. It's called Cocktail Class, and we're just going through the foundational drinks that really a lot of other things are based off of. That way people at home can take it on and try it and start experimenting for themselves as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. But today,
we
are having a little bit of fun because it is early in the morning, and so I thought we should have a nice refreshing breakfast drink. And so we're actually gonna make a Queen's Park Swizzle. So it's rum, lime juice, simple syrup, bunch of bitters, and mint. So it's bright, it's refreshing, and it's good for a hot day.
So when did you get into cocktails?
Ooh, from a really young age, I was always just really, I was really fascinated by just like the glassware. I remember seeing like a martini glass in a coupe when I was 11 or 12 and thinking like, I want to drink out of that. And then I had no idea what went into it. And then got older, I was like, oh, the stuff that goes into it is really great as well.
Yeah.
So I started bartending. I guess it was in my early 20s. I used to work as a wilderness guide, so I was kind of like living in a tent. And then I did the Appalachian Trail in 2016, and I got really tired of living in a tent and being broke. So I thought, I want to try living with things that are heavy, like liquids and alcohol, and started getting into bartending from there. That's amazing. Yeah, that's quite the change from living in a tent to. Yeah. It's a little different. In this environment. So you're making this without heating it? Yep. Yeah, the water was warm enough. The sugar's gonna dissolve. It'll be fine. Good to know. Yeah. So actually, you could make simple syrup in a tent. Oh, for sure. You could make this cocktail in a tent. I really could. The really tricky thing is ice, and that was something that I kind of missed while living in tents and kind of nomadically. It was like having the luxury of just like something cold in the summertime. Yeah. When you're a ski coach, you're cold all the time. I'm gonna go grab a little bit of ice and we are going to crush a bunch of ice. Oh, good. Okay, great. Wait, were you also a ski coach? Yeah. This guy's had like 8 lives. What have I been doing? Nothing. One thing. I'm gonna add a little bit of mint at the bottom. Oh, are we muddling? We are, yeah. So you're gonna muddle. The beauty about a swizzle is you don't need a shaker to make it. It's all going to come together at the bottom and then you mix it through the ice afterwards. Okay. So as you're doing that, I'm gonna weigh out a little bit of lime juice. I'm gonna add that in. Ready? Yep. All right, and I'm just gonna add that. Is that properly muddled? It feels like it's getting kind of like. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's good. Let's add some ice over the top. Okay. Okay, that is chili. Keep going? Yep, keep going. Rum. Okay. Beautiful. So swizzling is going to be coming through and mixing everything that's on the bottom there up through the ice. So you can kind of come through, come around the sides, and just making sure that so it's sort of like folding. Very much. Okay, wait, tell me if I'm doing it right. But yeah, go for it. Yeah, so you want to come around the sides. Oh, come around the sides. Yep. And you're just kind of pulling it up through the ice. Yeah, and then what's fun about a swizzle is when it's topped with ice, it gets that cool snow cone effect. And then we're gonna finish it off with some bitters. Just like that. That is so great. And that's your Queen's Park Swizzle. Oh my God, it is so good. You get all these little flecks of ice. Keeps it cold the entire time. It's really good. It's really good. You gotta have some. All right, deal. And I love the balance of acidity and sugar. Yeah, super fun. Thanks for the power breakfast. Time to go talk to my investors.
A lot of boring math later.
Hey, everybody. Hey. Glad to be back with you after our morning cocktail hour. Now we're in our noontime cocktail hour.
Yeah.
So excited to have 3 community members here with us. Elizabeth, Bridget, and Duncan. Thanks for coming from various parts of New York City to do some cocktailing and touring of the space. And we're just moving into, this is our new workspace, and we're just kind of settling in. And so you're gonna get to see it in action. So what are we making?
Yeah, so we have 4 different drinks that we're going to be playing around with today. First one would be a non-alcoholic drink using Seedlip 108. It's going to have a little bit of blackberry in it, mint, basil, super light, really herbaceous.
We launched Seedlip in America.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
cool.
didn't realize that.
That's very cool.
How long have you known about Food 52?
Well, I'm new to this country. I came here about 4 years ago.
Yeah?
So I first learned of you 4 years ago. Yeah. Everyone's so lovely. I'm not just saying that because I'm here about to get fed an alcoholic beverage, but it's a great vibe, and I love the recipes.
I learned about Food 52 about 5 years ago in LA, and I have a loft there, and the style is very similar to this, got concrete floors and stuff. And I just really like the aesthetics.
Of all the 3 of us, I think I have the longest standing story, I think, is I started following Food 52 early on when it was just recipe sharing.
Yeah, like 2010 maybe, 2011?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been a long time.
Do we need someone to taste this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, thank you so much for showing us that drink and the others this morning. Thank you so much for coming in. It's really nice to meet all of you. And I hope you'll come back. All right.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Should we make a few more drinks?
Okay, I just came downstairs from a cocktail hour. This is like the greatest work day ever. And now I'm with the Butcher Girls, Jocelyn and Erica, and we are gonna grill one of their chickens, spatchcocked. Thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah, thanks for having
Trekking
us.
on over from Long Island City, like the next bridge, down here to the Navy Yard. I'm really excited about the Butcher Girls. If you don't know their business yet, you are about to hear about it like very loudly on Food 52 because we're gonna launch them in our shop. They sell all sorts of amazing meats, chicken, hot dogs, lamb burgers, beef burgers.
Sausages that we make by hand.
So what got you started?
Between the 2 of us, we've been doing it for over 20 years.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like a very classic late 20s career changer.
Yeah.
Really had no rhyme or reason. I felt like butchery was like a weird choice that I like tried and then I loved it. So I stuck with it. My parents were like, what are you doing? I think your trajectory made a lot more sense, like culinary experience and meat fabrication.
I was like early 20s culinary school grad turned really kind of bad line cook. Cooking is so intense in the kitchen at a restaurant, and I was always kind of like 2 steps behind. So I was getting kicked out a lot off the line, and frequently found myself in a cold meat room where they were like, you know what, you should just cool off and process a little like sausage meat, and when you're ready, come back. And I would like never come back. I'd just be like cutting meat over here. But before I knew it, I apprenticed as a butcher and loved it, and it really spoke to a certain part of me that is all about taking my time and doing things really, really beautifully. Yeah. And that's how I feel as a butcher, is I make meat look beautiful. So.
That's so nice. Yeah. I love that. And so today we're gonna do one of your chickens.
Yeah.
And you sell them, you sell your chickens spatchcocked, right?
Yeah, so basically when a chicken is spatchcocked, that means the backbone is taken out and it's flattened, it's butterflied. So it makes it cook in about half the time, and you will have more reliably crispy skin.
And then also it cooks more evenly, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, yeah.
And then you look way more skilled carving it after it's cooked.
Right, because when you carve it, you just basically are like slicing here, slicing here, and you're done.
Totally.
We're gonna do a marinade.
Correct.
Today, the marinade that we're doing is parsley, olive oil based. It's got garlic and shallots and anchovy fillets.
Ooh.
So we're gonna buzz it all together.
Okay.
A little bit of capers, and
Love it.
It's like magic.
What's your biggest seller?
Oh man,
Everybody loves birds.
True.
Bird
I would have
and
to say
dogs.
chicken.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's
Totally.
like covers all your bases with like adults, kids, at the barbecues.
What I love about the chicken that we carry at Butcher Girls is that these guys are heritage breed. They're a little on the smaller side, but they actually pack such a punch from a flavor perspective. And the skin is a little bit on the yellower side, and that's because they get a proprietary feed of marigolds and things that are kind of higher in keratin. So it gives it like a richer, silkier flavor along with that. It's super duper yummy. It's so incredibly delicious.
I'm gonna eat this little piece here.
All right. Cool.
Oh my gosh, yum.
Dude. Oh yeah. Yes. I always want a part of your wing.
Oh my god. Yum.
I don't know if it'll last long enough for plates.
I think we're good.
Dude,
Thank you
that's
so
delicious.
Thank
much.
you for having us.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Hi.
drink?
Yeah.
That's calling my name.
Got it.
I'm gonna go old fashioned only because I spill things.
I'm gonna do
instead.
old fashioned too, actually.
smells
Just
so
'cause I
good.
like that. I like the look of that big ice cube on a day like today.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
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 Thank you so much.
Yes.